Hi everyone, today I wanted to do a series review of Lois Lane. I'd been trying to find a novelized series of the superheroes, so like Batman, Superman, or Lois Lane, or Spider-Man, or something like that. And I was on Instagram, and someone had posted a picture of the first book in this series, and I was like, oh wait, Lois Lane? A novelized version of Lois Lane? Let me try to find out about that. So I got the first two books on my iPad, which were Fallout and Double Down. And then I got the third book in hardcover. So it is such a cute series. I finished it in 6 days. So this series is, I would say, kind of like the origin stories of Lois Lane. The first book starts where she just comes to Metropolis. Her father, who's in the army, finally is kind of settling down with his work, and she's going to a new school, and she has to kind of navigate that. And so she gets into she meets Perry White, and she starts getting into journalism. So that was kind of fun to see how she started getting into that. So each book is kind of like an adventure. So the first one, there are some kind of mind-controlling scientists at who want to kind of take control of people. So they start doing experiments on people at her school. So that's the first book, Fallout. And so her and her journalist friends take care of that. The second book, which is Double Down, kind of picks off where the first one left off. And the adventure in the second book is one of her journalist friends, her twin sister, is starting to notice, again, mad scientist, notice these weird things that had happened and she asks Lois and her friends for help. And so throughout the first two books, she's doing these adventures, but she's also getting help from her online friend, someone called Smallville Guy. So it's kind of fun to see her interact with Clark before she interacts with Clark. Yeah, that was really fun. So, and you can kind of see their camaraderie and how they help each other with their journalist pieces. And then finally, in the third book, so there's one person who escapes in the second book. So the third book is them kind of trying to track that person down. And she finds out that her dad is trying to find out about this flying man who's been spotted around. So her and her friends try to get the story on that. And she actually meets Clark in this book. So it was really cute. I'm very glad I read this series. I've been trying to find a series kind of like that. If you are into superheroes, if you're into just fun, easy to read books, you will like this. I think the first book only took me like 4 hours to read, 4 or 5 hours to read, and then the other book's about the same. So this is the third book. One thing I do like about this book is, if you take off the dust jacket, look how cool the book is in the spine. I really like it. And if you can see really carefully, it's kind of gray here, but all those are words. They're very, very, very tiny, but they're words, so very cool. So it was very fun to see kind of like the origin stories of Lois Lane in the 3-book adventure this 3-book adventure series. It's by Gwenda Bond, and I believe this was also published by DC Comics. So kind of a tie into there. So again, if you like comics, if you like Lois Lane, if you like journalism, you will like this series. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It was a very fun read. I would definitely give it 4 stars out of 5. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this quick review. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.